This video is about a few things that I did not notice. This video is about one, the direction in which the car was driving towards. Two, this video is about the speed. Three, this video is also about the impact of the accident. Four, this video is about the car itself, how it was damaged. Five, this video is about routes that leads to the same river, back routes, if you will. Now, yesterday, the 12th of May 2025, I had a live stream. In that live stream, people commented and said a lot. And what people said, it propelled me to make the video today because of what they said yesterday. Now, allow me to appreciate something, right? Okay. Let's start with the road. The road becomes interesting. What I didn't appreciate, or it was not in my mind, was the fact that, okay, the car could only be traveling in one direction, and that will be this direction. The river then was on your left. If they are traveling this direction, the river is on the left. Because if they were traveling on the opposite direction, going this direction, there's this barrier or this concrete that divides the road. So it wouldn't then make sense. So then once that was eliminated, or if we eliminate that, then we go back to the car now, or to the direction, and we say, so they were driving towards this direction. The river was on their left, right? And then the barricade on the road was on their left. What emerged in yesterday's conversation was the impact of the impact of this. And I'm going to show you this. Now, I want you to pay attention to this one. I did not pay attention myself up until yesterday during a live stream. Then people point this that, okay, people says, let's go back and look at the damage in the vehicle. So when you look at the damage in the vehicle, you notice that, wait a minute, the damage must be on the left, right? Because the car was traveling towards this direction. So if it hits the barrier, we're expecting this barrier, we're expecting the left-hand side to hit the barrier and the damage to be on the left-hand side. But in this vehicle, you notice that the damage is on the right. In fact, contrary to that, the left-hand side seems to be okay. So then it creates a conundrum as to how did this accident happen then? Because clearly the left-hand side seems to be okay. The left-hand side seems to be perfect. The doors are closing nicely. How did the accident happen? What was also said yesterday was the fact that if the car hits the barrier on the left, it's crashed the barrier, so we expect to see the painting on the barrier. Two, is it 2 or 3 or 4? I'm not sure where we are. People said, okay. People said, no, let's look at the impact on the car. The impact is at the top of the vehicle and the right-hand side of the vehicle. Meaning, the car hits the barrier, and then it must have flew. If it flew to the river, then what damaged the top and the right-hand side? Was it the stones in the river? Or, very interesting, or it hits the barrier, flew, rolled, and then when it rolled, it hits with the upper side of the vehicle, and then it also rolled into the water. That was a suggestion or a proposed public opinion. Another interesting thing in all of this is this. Somebody says, if then the car hits the barrier, flew, and then it hits maybe somewhere in the grass before the river, during this period, are we not then expecting their bodies to be thrown out? But remember, there is also the issue of a seatbelt. It's a conundrum. Ne? Consider the fact that the left-hand side is fine. So what I find it very interesting was the fact that the left-hand side is fine. Right? So how am I going to justify the left-hand side? So a proposed public opinion was that no, this car must have been thrown in there. And then I said, but if you are saying that, then people must have seen a person throwing this vehicle there. And then somebody counter-argued my argument or my counter-argument. And that person said, if you are on the How train, you're looking at this, you will notice that there are back routes leading to the same scene. And because of that, I was completely defeated. And now, questions are being asked about the fact that what happened here. Now let's go back to the road. Another proposition here was that if the car is flying at 200 speed here, if it hits here, or if anything happens, we're supposed to see scratch marks on the road. But people are saying we are not seeing anything there. It looks like the road is clean. What happened? Hey, unfortunately, we are not experts. But it's just a public opinion. This is us trying you know what I'm saying? So, a person is then asking that question to say, there's no marks on the road. In fact, another person went as far as saying, we should see the front glass, everything of that sort, somewhere in the barrier before the river, or even somewhere, anywhere before the actual river. And then my argument there was, but they found some parts of the vehicle. Well, the thing is, I'm not sure whether we found inside the river or before that. But the argument from people is that parts are supposed to be found somewhere before the river. This is one story that forever creates a conversation, even when you don't want to talk about it. But because of the questions that the public is asking, it creates more and more and more conversation. I thought at this particular juncture, I will not be talking about the story. It was not up until yesterday when we were doing a live stream and people raised it up with me to say, hey, what must have happened here? I don't know what will emerge in today's live stream. I was busy, guys, on another project, so I couldn't do a research on time. And look, I was actually doing a research for another project, or for my project. Yeah, there's a different project that I'm working on. So I should have released this video earlier on today, but I couldn't. I was busy there. But I appreciate the fact that people have asked serious questions. I don't know what questions will be asked in today's live stream. And again, I'm thinking to myself, what will people say that will trigger another video? According to me, I think I've deliberated all of my points individually. But let me hear the public opinion about it, even in the comment section below. I look forward to the report that we shall get from the South African Police Service. I seriously look forward to that report. I can't wait for that report. What about you? I'm looking forward to their explanation about all of this. What about you?